Smile. We're live.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Happy Friday.
Happy
Here we are
Friday,
again.
Mel.
Donna and Cheryl TV. Without Donna or Cheryl, just me and Joe this week.
Isn't it real? This
It
week
will be
is flowing.
real.
Doesn't it feel like 2 minutes ago that we were sat having a chat?
It's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. I don't know where the time goes. And I get to the end of a Sunday and kind of go, oh, the weekend's gone so quickly. But the only consolation is the week following is going to go really quickly. I just seem to spin from one Friday to another.
It's just like, I genuinely cannot believe that it was like last Friday.
I know.
And I was rushing around, drying my hair, washing my hair to come on here, like to look half decent. And I'm doing it all again.
Gorgeous. So, what a week. I think it's fair to say. Been a bit of a week for both of us.
Yeah.
Kicking off with the Donna and Cheryl's masterclass on Monday night. Did you sign up? Were you there?
Yeah, was there.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was fab. Some really good strategies. Scribbling away, trying to get it all down on paper, and lovely to see so many people there joining in and getting involved.
It was really cool. Yeah, I'm always the same. Honestly, I've always got my pen and paper, and I'm like constant notes. Do you know what I mean? Like non-stop. But it was good, and I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's like we've gone through a lot of these things before. One, there's always something new to learn every time, isn't it?
Every time.
And obviously, it's not like Donna and Cheryl aren't like reading from a script. Do you know it? So there's always something different. And then I think because you've got so many different people on there, then you get a different dynamic. But what I always find nice, I don't know about you, probably the same, that you've got fresh people, and everyone's kind of got, it's all the same kind of things, the same kind of like worries or blocks or little things that are in the head. And I kind of sit and like, not to say, oh, I've got it sorted, but it's nice to know that you're not alone.
Absolutely, because it's so easy, isn't it, for when you're in the thick of it and you're maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed, there's Christmas going on, there's work, there's other things, and you can sometimes look around and other people seem to really have it sorted. You're like, oh, they're sorted, they're sort together. Like I sometimes look at people and go, when do you do your grocery shopping? Because it always seems to interrupt my life whenever I have to do grocery shop. When do you do your grocery shopping? Hi, Brooke. And then you get on a session like we had on Monday, and you realise, you're absolutely not alone. There's loads of other people feeling exactly the same, thinking everyone else has got their shit together and they're the only ones who haven't, but actually no one's got their shit together. Not really. And actually, if they did, they'd probably be a little bit boring.
Yeah, that's what I always say. But it's true, and it's reassuring that as a woman, we've all got busy lives, we've all got it going on, and everyone is more or less the same. Yes, it does come down to planning and having a strategy and having a clear, which is something that, I've said before, I can be resistant to sort of, and I don't know why. I think it's a human, honestly, it's I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I have certain things that I do, that I have certain things that I want to do. But it is about like at some point, and especially for me, for going into 2021, I've just got to get that clarity, and I've got to get things in the diary, because at the end of the day, when you've done it, and I mean, Mel, I know like your work that you do with Brendan Burchard, and you know what I mean? It is all those steps that at the end of the day make your life so much easier.
Oh, they do. And I was thinking about this when me and Tina were preparing for our masterclass, and I was thinking about how resistant I was to this approach of planning, and even planning your leisure time. And I could just feel this huge wall going up, I don't want to plan my leisure time. Do you know what? I just want to take each day as it comes. And you find that you drift. And then you can, because time goes so quickly, you can get to the end of the week and kind of look back and think, shit, I didn't actually do anything that I wanted to, because I didn't make time for it and I didn't protect the time for it. So that clarity and that organisation, like say, it felt for me like, oh, this is really regimented, this is really dull. But actually, what you get is such a great sense of achievement from just that little bit of planning. So I was online last night doing a bit of Christmas shopping, and you know, when you buy something on Amazon and it comes up and it says, oh, if you spend another £8 or whatever, you know, you can get this for free. And I'm looking at the delivery fee going, quite a lot of delivery fee for what I'm actually buying. What can I buy for £8? I found this gorgeous weekly planner pad.
Oh, nice.
I'm loving it. It just looks like a placemat. I think you can sheets off every week. And I was like, oh, it's got little boxes in, so you can do, this is your priorities for the week, and then every day when you're going to do them, I was like, it's calling out to me. It's got my name written all over it.
Well,
so
I
that's a little indulgence, because I think stationery always helps with your productivity.
Oh,
absolutely.
I love that. Well, I don't know anyone who doesn't. Oh, honestly, like, don't we get all excited though? Like when Donna and Cheryl have done the other, you know, the boost your self confidence, and everyone was on there with the planners and with the books and stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
So I've got a new journal on. I've got other planning stuff on my Christmas list, and I've got several books as well. Because like the books that Donna and Cheryl, you know, talk about, and I think there's a new one in the book club as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's about a growth mindset. It said something about if.
Oh, is it another Carol Dweck?
Yeah, that's
growth
it.
Mindset, and I think this one's just called Mindset.
All right.
Think. Yeah.
Yeah, Brooke loves a new notebook. Oh, I do. Absolutely love it. It's all like clean and fresh.
I think
I've that many.
Stationery. We wouldn't be that motivated. I know I've got my one for all my gratitudes, which I started filling in on the 4th of January this year. So I'm going to get a whole year's worth of gratitudes in the same book. And it's lovely to flick back through them, pick a random few pages and read through, and I'm like, oh my God, I remember that.
That is such a good idea. Yeah, I mean, I know because we have the weekly, we've got the affirmations. And, oh, that's lovely though. Actually, yeah, I'm going to start that.
Yeah, right, and I just keep it in the drawer next to my bed, and I get into bed at night, and the first thing I do, I reach in, open it up, 8 gratitudes, or for me, it's a mixture of gratitudes and things that have brought me joy that day.
Oh, lovely.
So it might be something I've eaten, or what the sky looked like on my drive into work, or just anything that I've really noticed. So I've got that on the go. Then I've got the book that I fill in prior to buying this planning pad, the book that I wrote in my weekly goals. And then I've got the brain dump, which is like the journal for anything that's going on in my head. Then I've got my big thick pad that goes to me with every masterclass, every coaching session. That's got so much in there. So yeah, it's a little bit like, it's starting to look like paper chase in my house. But I love it.
I just have various ones, and then for different things, and then you've just got to remember to pick up the right one, haven't you? But I love it. But no, so that was lovely Monday. I can't believe that was Monday as well. God, where's the time gone? So that was really cool. I've just realised, well, the technophobe that I am, but we haven't got a link to drop in because the ladies have just dropped a bomb on the new Ignite Your Purpose bootcamp. Now, I haven't got a link, and I don't know how to put a link in, so there we go. But basically, that is Jenna. that is just dropped. If you follow Now Is Your Time on Facebook, Instagram, it will be all over. And if you signed up with the newsletters on their email list, again, that will be, you should be seeing those now. And also the Soul System, the private Facebook group of Now Is Your Time. Get over to that, because honestly, the figures of that have gone up as well. There's about 1,200 now. 1,200 people in there. And we've been doing the December challenge, which has been quite fun. I enjoyed that. So every day, have you seen it, Mel? Every day, Donna's dropping in with a video, and then there's a task, like a fun task to do. So today is what they're calling their Friday reflection. So it's thinking about, as we call them, aha moment. So a big learning moment where you've gone, oh, like we all do time, don't we? So today it's thinking about an aha moment that you've had, and just reflecting on it and sharing it, because we're doing loads of sharing in there, obviously. So yes, so the Ignite Your Purpose bootcamp has just dropped, and that is open for sign up, and that is starting, I want to say, well, beginning of January. I want to say the 7th of January, could be the 4th. But anyway, I don't know how to put a link on here, so apologies for that. But go over to their social media now at the time, and you will find stuff on there. And
Yeah,
that's something.
link next Friday.
Yeah, we'll be on. And that's something I think that the ladies like polled, didn't they? They polled us, they polled people in the soul system.
They did.
They polled like LinkedIn, they're both on LinkedIn. They polled everybody, and the top sort of, I don't want to say pain points, but the top areas that people were coming up with that they wanted to really work on to push themselves through for next year was getting sort of that clarity and that fire behind them to really go for what they want.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a bit like us too, isn't it? You know,
totally.
This year I sort of, or last year rather, left my corporate role, if you like, and I've started my copywriting business, and it's really scary. And like you and Tina, similar for you guys, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's scary. It's fun. It pushes you out your comfort zone. I'm doing stuff I never thought I would do. But just that whole thing about finding your purpose is so hard, because for me, when I started thinking about it, when I was doing the Real You program, and at first it seemed quite easy. Oh, what's my purpose? My purpose is to be a good parent? There must be more than that. What is it? And the more I thought about it, the harder it got to pinpoint. And because I felt myself going, is that right though? Is that a right kind of thing to have as a purpose? Yeah. And then you have to go back and go, no, it's not about whether it's right or not. It's whether it feels right for you. And it took a lot of soul searching and digging around and writing things down and thinking about them and writing them again. And it took ages. So to have Donna and Cheryl be there on a masterclass or a program guiding you through that journey will be amazing, because it does take a little bit of digging to get to it. Then when you've got it, it scares the bejesus out of you, because you're like, well, now I've got my purpose. How do I make sure I live that? And that's something that could potentially make you just want to run for the hills, because once your purpose comes out, it ain't going back in the box.
Yeah.
So you've got to do something with it. So again, getting that guidance and that help to live with it once you've given birth to it, it will be incredible. And when you've nailed it, when you've got it, when you've got your purpose and you know your alignment, oh my God, life just goes woo.
It does, and I think that's
it now. I can start having fun. I can start really living it. I can go for this.
That's the thing, isn't it? You can, you know, because I mean, your purpose might be, you know, just to have more quality time with your family. You know, your purpose doesn't always have to be a business-related purpose.
No,
although what these ladies do, or you know, like literally, like do like supercharge people up, so that you know, if you're in the 9-to-5 job and you know you want more, in terms of your career and stuff, then like it's good for you and I, Mel. You know what I mean? It's really set us on that path. But that's the thing, isn't it? I remember 2 years ago sitting to Donna and Cheryl, you know, my purpose, it was just to be happy. It was literally, it sounds easy, doesn't it? Just want to be happy. But then the work involved with that, the mindset work and everything that we do and that we get coached by, that then starts to feed in. And then as you're getting confident in other areas of life, for me, this is how then my purpose, I kind of discovered it, because then you realize, you know, and it is life-changing, isn't it? You know, it sounds corny to say, but it absolutely is, because then you realize what it is you really want, what you're capable of. And like you say, once then you realize what it is you want, it makes it so much easier to always have that in your mind, so that, you know, life's ups and downs come and go, but you've got that sort of that guiding star, if you like, that you can keep your eye on and you can keep focused on.
And I think that helps you kind of, how can I say it? It helps you choose what you're going to do every day, or choose, you know, what you're going to do with your time once you've got that purpose. So, for example, let's take you, Jo. If your purpose is to be happy, and you find yourself agreeing to do things that don't make you feel happy or take you away from something that would make you feel happy, it will ring true. Something inside you'll be going, no, Joe, this isn't serving you now.
Yeah.
And I think that combined with, like you say, the mindset work and the confidence and the self-belief, you can put them together and then start saying no to things or saying yes to things that ultimately will make you happy, even though they're a bit scary at first. Laura's just saying there, you know, she's on fire and it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
So you've found your purpose then, Laura, and you're absolutely going for it. That's fantastic.
But I remember
it is crazy once you get it and you start working towards it, incredible things happen.
Absolutely. I mean, that's to say, like, when I say I'm not happy, I'll just clarify that. Like, it was just with my career and things like that, not my family and things like that. I'll just clarify that. Sounds terrible. Do you know what I mean? But it's
Sorry,
true.
Joe's family, if I
Yeah,
gave
yeah, I love you.
She's not.
But it was like that confusion, and it was overwhelmed, and you know, and what we do for a living is a massive part of our lives, obviously. You know, and not having that clarity, and like with Laura being on there, I mean, met Laura on, I'm trying to think, recently, wasn't it? It was only a few months ago on another boot camp or masterclass of Donna and Cheryl's, and like talk about finding your purpose. I mean, like, this lady's just like, you found it, and like we see you in the soul system, and it's amazing. I mean, the difference to see somebody who, you know, was going, oh, and then to suddenly sort of gone, was it the self-confidence? I can't remember. To suddenly have gone, oh wow, like, yeah, this is a passion, you know, I like to sing, but this, like, look at the difference, like, in Laura. It's amazing. And it's one day at a time, Laura, but you've got that enthusiasm, yeah, supercharge your self-confidence. And sometimes you just need that little bit of external coaching or just a discussion or whatever, you know, to come across to actually go, wow, like, this is available. And obviously that's what Donna and Cheryl do, and that's why, you know, you can sit around forever basically, can't you, and fumble around and think about what it is you want to do.
Yeah.
Because we just don't have the knowledge and the clear steps to do it. Once you've got it, makes it so much easier.
Yeah, it does, absolutely. And like you're saying, that support in a group session or a masterclass or a program, for me, what it always gives me the time to just stop and think. And I will always remember it was something in I think it was in The Real You, and we had a guest speaker on, and she got us to write down our superpower, which is sort of similar to your purpose. The two can be linked. And I remember writing mine. We had to post them, didn't we, in our group? I remember writing mine, and Tina wrote hers, and that's how we came together, because we went, hang on, why don't we combine our superpowers and look what we could make? And we posted it I posted it as a joke, and then other people commented going, yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah, you should do that. And me and Tina went, should we? Oh, go on then. And from there, we were born. So it's amazing what you can do when you start tapping into that. What is my purpose? What is my superpower? What could I do? What do I really want to do? What do I think I was born to do? And then it's just incredibly liberating when you get there. It's just fab.
It's just lovely to have that guide. And it's like anything else, isn't it? You know, it's if once somebody sits down and goes, well, there's all these, you know, there's different sort of steps if you want to look at different areas of your life, then you just start doing it. Like any of Donna and Cheryl's programs, you just start doing it. You actually find you enjoy it. You actually get like, oh God, like talk about like empowering, and it opens up your mind, and you really start to think about what you really want, and then you get excited, and then this is how it all happens.
Yeah. It just all kicks off, and it has for us this week, hasn't it, Joe? I think we both said we've had a big first this week. So for me and Tina did our first masterclass ourselves, and
I was there, saw it, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was. We really enjoyed it, and loved the preparation for it. And then on the night, it went really well. It was great engaging with everybody and a fantastic learning experience as well. And you've also had a first, haven't you, Jo? Did you say you've had a good week?
Yeah, well, I've got a couple of things actually. So I've got a couple of sort of potential client discussions, which, you know, I'm already doing some work, but it's going to be a first for me. So it's a step, you know, quite scary, but you know, and this is it. And what Donna and Cheryl say, you know, you've got to keep moving, you've got to keep leveling up. And the more you do, the more you realize that, you know, the more you are capable of doing. It's only our fear and our limiting beliefs that where we think we can't do things that actually stop us. But once you push through that, once you realize and you have all the support of everyone, all the different people that we're having these groups, then it, you know, you just realize that you can do it. And then at the end of the day, everybody's there to support everybody else in life, I'd like to think. You know, that's a good way to think, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's not just having people there to support what you're doing, it's having people there to push you and kind of go, well, you've done that, well, now what's next? And like, oh no, don't bother me with what's next. I've already just nailed that. And they're like, what's next? Come on, then you might.
Isn't it? It is. It's that accountability. I mean, and we get that, don't we, from Donna and Cheryl? Being
every
in there.
week. What are you doing this week? How did it go? Next week. What are you doing this week? How did it go? And it's fantastic, that prompt every week to really think about it, which will work perfectly with my new planner pad. Did I mention I've bought a new planner pad? It's gorgeous.
Have you just ordered it? I can't see it.
I just ordered it, and I've got to be really careful because when it comes, there'll be little hands in my house going, "Ooh, Mummy, what's that? Get your hands off, that's mine."
My youngest is a massive stationery fiend. I think she's changed her mind recently, but initially, not long ago, she wanted to set up a stationery shop when she's older, and I was like, oh, that would just be a dream. I mean, one of my favourite places is going into like Paperchase or somewhere. Absolutely.
I always wanted a bookshop that had a cafe in it. So lovely books, lovely coffee, lovely cake. And then somebody mentioned that I wouldn't be able to sit around all day reading books and drinking coffee and eating cake. Like, oh, well, I don't want one then. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Mel Robbins or somebody of that ilk.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they wanted to do. They wanted a coffee shop. So she bought one. They got one and started running it. And then she realised that she just wanted to be a customer in places like that, not actually running it as a business. So I suspect that would be me with my coffee shop. So Laura's saying she loves stationery. What did you buy? Oh, well, it's funny you should ask. I bought big pad, looks like a pad, and it's for weekly planning, and it's got little boxes, so you can put your week's priorities and then other little boxes like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so you can write down what you're going to do that day. Because I use the Brendan Burchard high performance planner every day, and that really focuses you on that day. But I needed something so I could plan my week, and so I could say, right, do you know what, look at what a busy week I've got. I'm going to put Wednesday night aside and I'm going to do nothing. That's my chill out night. That's my giving me permission to switch off from everything night. And now I've started doing that, I can really see when I can be productive and when I'm going to have my switch off time, rather than trying to juggle it on a day-to-day basis. And that's going to help me protect that time. So that was my total justification for purchasing something that a normal notepad would probably do, but having it already pre-printed, I think, really aids with motivation and focus.
I'm always scribbling though. I've always got a pen in my hand usually and just like doodling and making notes. So or like when ideas pop into my head, do you know what I mean? Like you've got to get them down, haven't you? So I've just constantly got something. Oh yeah, Laura was saying she had her first song filmed.
Oh yes,
song film. What a powerful week! Yes. Again, I'm useless.
Fantastic.
It was a charity thing, wasn't it? They had the Doctor Who.
David Tennant.
Yeah. See, that's amazing, Laura. Because I mean, before you did that, supercharge your self-confidence. was that even on the cards? Absolutely not. Like, you
Well,
knew
I
you'd
mean,
like to sing, but
what's Laura's next thing going to be? She's bringing out a Christmas album. We'll look forward to that, Laura.
exactly. Can have it now. Was it having it pre-printed will save time?
Oh, the weekly. Yes, that's
Oh yeah,
a
true.
big justification. Love it, Laura. Yeah, absolutely.
Very true. You know what? I think I'm going to put on my Christmas list the Brendan Burchard planner, because I just
Wow.
haven't got around to sorting
You're
it.
gonna
But
have to upscale now. The planner on its own just isn't good enough. You've then got to get the other one, which is like 100 questions to really focus you, which looks rather lovely.
does it?
Yes.
Mm.
It's like, ooh, I think I can squeeze that onto my Christmas stocking list.
I know Donna and Cheryl have the Brendan Burchard. Well, they're the ones that got us to them, didn't they? But they swear by them, so it must be good. Must be good. Yeah. No, I think I'm going to put that on my list.
Anything that asks you a question, like I started doing this a couple of years ago. I bought a little notebook from Paper Chase, a little book, and it had 100 questions to discover yourself, and there was a question every day and room to write the answers down. And some of the questions were quite, what's your favourite food? And others were, what do you want your legacy to be? So some were really thought-provoking and some were quite fun and flippant, and I filled it in. And that's really interesting to go back and reflect on kind of questions, the answers to those questions, and would you answer them differently a couple of years down? Laura, you have never heard of Brendan Burchard. I don't know what to
say. That Mel's just
Google him. This is what he's like. Hi, my friends, it's Brendan. He's just like the most enthusiastic person in the world, but he's very, very good in terms of productivity, clarity, goal setting, just really looking at how you can perform, not at work particularly, just like in your whole life. So definitely worth checking out. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's huge, isn't he? I've seen a few bits of his, and he seems very relatable, which is nice. He comes across really relatable, which is
he's
what
hilarious. He's just really funny as well. I'm not sure if he knows he's being really funny, but he is really funny because he'll knock BS out of the wind. Like, that's bullshit. Get rid of that. I do like that. Yeah. So right then, ending on a high there with our friend Brendan, and something amazing to look forward to in the new year with a Donna and Cheryl new program on purpose, which will be enlightening and liberating and fun and fabulous. And yeah, it's the weekend. Can't ask for more. So everybody out there, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Have fun, chill out, enjoy the weather. It's just an excuse to sit inside and eat chocolates, quite frankly, and wait for my
advent calendars are out. We're all on the advent calendars, aren't we?
Oh, my kids have discovered a new thing to do. So occasionally they're allowed Nutella on their pancakes in the morning. They've discovered that if they bring their little chocolate coin from their advent calendar down and put it on their pancake, it melts.
Yay! Well done.
And I can't say you can't do that because I not foolishly, let them have their advent calendar chocolate in the morning instead of when they're coming from school. So they've completely got me in a corner there.
Oh yeah, we're all about first thing, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you everybody. Brooke, Jennifer.
Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.